Samurai. Samurai were the warrior class of feudal Japan, serving powerful landowners and military rulers for many centuries. They followed a strict code known as Bushido, which emphasized loyalty, discipline, and honor. A samurai was trained from a young age in swordsmanship, archery, and horseback combat. Their most recognizable weapon was the katana, a curved sword designed for quick and precise strikes. Samurai armor was carefully crafted from layered plates that allowed protection while still allowing movement. Beyond the battlefield, many samurai were also educated in writing, poetry, and philosophy, reflecting the belief that a warrior should master both the mind and the body. Spartan hoplite. Spartan hoplites were heavily armed infantry soldiers from the ancient Greek city-state of Sparta. Spartan society was built around warfare, and boys were trained from childhood in a harsh military system called the agoge. A hoplite fought in tight formations known as a phalanx, standing shoulder to shoulder with fellow soldiers while carrying a large round shield and a long spear. Discipline and teamwork were essential, because each soldier's shield protected the person next to him. Spartan hoplites became famous for their toughness, endurance, and willingness to fight to the death when necessary. Roman legionary. Roman legionaries were the professional soldiers of the Roman Empire, and one of the most effective fighting forces of the ancient world. They were organized into large military units called legions, each containing thousands of soldiers trained to move and fight as a single coordinated force. A legionary typically carried a short sword called a gladius, a large rectangular shield, and throwing spears known as pila. Their armor and equipment were standardized, allowing the Roman army to operate with remarkable discipline and efficiency. Roman legionaries played a major role in expanding and maintaining the vast territories of the empire. Viking raider. Viking raiders came from the Scandinavian regions of northern Europe during the early medieval period. Known for their longships and daring sea voyages, Vikings traveled across rivers and oceans to raid coastal towns and monasteries. A Viking warrior often fought with axes, swords, and round wooden shields. Their armor varied, but many wore chainmail or leather protection along with simple helmets. Viking warfare relied on speed, surprise, and fierce close combat. Although they are often remembered for raids, Vikings were also traders and settlers who left a lasting influence across Europe. Mongol horse archer. Mongol horse archers were the backbone of the Mongol armies that conquered vast territories across Asia and Europe in the 13th century. These warriors were exceptional riders who could control their horses with great skill while firing arrows with remarkable accuracy. Their bows were small but extremely powerful composite bows made from layers of wood, horn, and sinew. Mongol tactics relied on speed and flexibility, often involving feigned retreats that lured enemies into traps. Because every warrior traveled with several horses, Mongol armies could move quickly across long distances, allowing them to dominate large areas of land. Persian Immortal. Persian Immortals were an elite military unit of the ancient Achaemenid Empire. They earned their name because their numbers always remained exactly the same. If one soldier died or became ill, another immediately replaced him, making the unit appear immortal. The Immortals served both as royal guards and as frontline troops in major battles. They carried spears, bows, and shields, and wore distinctive clothing with scale armor for protection. Their presence symbolized the strength and prestige of the Persian Empire. Zulu warrior. Zulu warriors formed the military forces of the Zulu kingdom in southern Africa during the 19th century. Under the leadership of King Shaka, the Zulu army was reorganized into disciplined regiments based on age groups. Shaka introduced new tactics that emphasized close combat and aggressive formations. Warriors carried large shields made from animal hide and short stabbing spears designed for quick attacks. The Zulu military became known for its speed, coordination, and powerful battlefield formations that surrounded enemy forces. Medieval knight. Medieval knights were mounted warriors who served kings or noble lords across Europe during the Middle Ages. Becoming a knight required years of training, usually beginning in childhood as a page and later as a squire. Knights fought on horseback and were protected by heavy armor that evolved over time from chainmail to full plate armor. Their weapons included swords, lances, and maces. Knights also followed a social code known as chivalry, which emphasized loyalty, courage, and protection of the weak. On the battlefield, Their heavy cavalry charges could break enemy lines and decide the outcome of battles.